Welcome to FADA TV, the video channel created by and for new car dealers, and brought to you by the Florida Automobile Dealers Association and our premier e-titling partner, Dealer DMV.
Good morning. It's week 5 of the Florida Legislature, and I have a very important message for you this morning. You've received some emails from us, but I need to accentuate those emails with this video. You just have to help us. The legislature, as you know, is a much different deal this year, being closed down. Your messages to members of the House, the Senate, to the governor's office are super important right now because you're on the line, quite honestly. What's the worst thing that could happen? Well, you get leadership, meaning the Speaker of the House, the President of the Senate, and the governor, all behind one issue. That's exactly what's happened. It's called Florida's new privacy bill. Now, it's unpopular, folks, to be against the President of the Senate, the Governor, and the Speaker of the House, but we have no choice. This legislation is directed at all those nuisance things you see on your telephone, all those times where your data is shared by a bunch of other people and all of a sudden it becomes a nuisance. Who doesn't want some kind of relief from that? I can tell you it polls really well, so that's why the leadership is for it. Here's the unfortunate thing. You are in the crosshairs. You are where this legislation is directed. They have to get to the big tech companies by coming through you. So here's the problem. You have to fight this even though leadership is for it. We have to give a definitive message through you to each House and each Senate member. That's the only way we're going to get some help here. So here's what I want you to do. You have to get on the phone. Emails are no good. By the time they see the emails, the session will be over. We're in week 5. We have got to make sure they know that you don't like this bill. I'm being told that they will not give you a blanket exemption. We have asked for that and we're getting nowhere with that. Should you ask for it? You're darn right you should. You should ask for a blanket exemption from this legislation. But here's the really bad news is last week they gave the trial lawyers a gift. They put what's called a private right of action in this legislation. That means you can be sued for a violation of any specific piece of this legislation, which by the way is 31 pages. So we have to get the private right of action removed. We're working hard on that with our lobby team. Your messages are what is going to make the difference. If you sit tight and don't do anything, then I'm going to have bad news for you at the end of this session. I can tell you this thing has momentum. We have to interrupt the momentum, and back home you can do that. You're the only way to do it. So please respond to our emails. Go onto our website. Find the House and Senator, House member and senator that represent you, and whether you know them or not, I don't care. Send them a message. You have to. This is for you. This is how we save you from a bill you will never comply with, and we keep the trial lawyers from suing you and setting up a bunch of attorney fees under this thing the way they used to with the Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practice Act. So do this for me today, do this for you today, and we will be able to get some changes in this bill. I also want to remind you COVID liability was passed and is sitting on the governor's desk, so that's really good news. Our dealer bill with DMV is down. It's been defeated by a host of people. All of the manufacturers and JM Family was opposed to us as well, so that bill did not move this session. But there are many more things we'll report, so thank you for staying with me. Thank you for being who you are. Now I want you to take your power back home and communicate. Thanks very much. Talk to you soon.